Well, good morning, folks. The Hangout is live, and welcome to Troy, Montana. My name is Earl Teets. It's an honor to be your host. Look, I'm the founder of the Servants Team Missionary Outreach out of Troy, Montana. What we do is we bring a non-denominational Bible study each and every Sunday night to the disabled that can't leave the home through conference call, and you can find that on our website at thehomebusinesshelper.com, which is also our blog site. The reason I mention this is because I'm a national trainer and coach with a company known as XFuse. And you can see exactly what our opportunities are all about in our website, thehomebusinesshelper.com, which is also our blog. Now, unfortunately, Facebook, for some reason, seems to find this a malicious link. So you can't look at it on Facebook. You need to post it in your browser and get to it from there. I don't understand the ins and outs of how that stuff works, but I know how to share the truth. And folks, what I'm sharing with you today is the truth. I'm a firm believer from my favorite book, Bible, Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth, that the truth will set you free if you're willing to work the truth. What I'm going to share with you is a 90-day roadmap to $10,000 in one work quarter on part-time efforts. Does it happen? Absolutely. Does the company have a track record of people with no experience being able to accomplish exactly what I'm talking about? There sure is. The question is, do you want to roll up your sleeves, put in some work, invest some time, money, and effort into your own career? And yes, you heard me right. Time, effort, and money. The big difference between all of the big shots out there making the big bucks and the companies that are great and reality is quite simple. You need to look at the facts. 97% of the companies offering you the great ground floor opportunity are going to be out of business in less than 6 months' time. There might be one or two stragglers that make it to 3 years. What is it that all those that fail have in common, promising you how to make a fortune utilizing the internet, pushing a button, and spending a little money to be part of the team? Well, they promise you something for nothing. And the bottom line is, if you're wanting to make 5-figure income, I promise you this: it's going to cost you a little money to start. It's going to cost you a little money monthly to operate. And it's going to take some time and serious commitment to create an income like that. It don't fall out of the sky. So think about what I'm saying and allow me to share some truthful facts with you that will not only demonstrate why we're the best opportunity for you to capitalize on, but why we're a solid opportunity that'll be here for you, your grandchildren, and your great-grandchildren to come. That's a pretty powerful statement, and there's not very many fundamentals out there underneath companies that have the capacity to do exactly that. What I'm talking to you about is the truth. We've got a 7-year, debt-free, global, and over 10 countries track record. Now, when you look at the facts, and you look at the truth, history is full of success, and success leaves clues. Whether or not you're the big shot with all the letters behind all the college degree, or you're the person that never went to college, both have the same 24 hours in the day. And it's not our fault that the undereducated are the overachievers. It's not the guy with the fancy college degrees and letters behind his degrees that's got the most money in the bank. Folks, it's the entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship has set America free since the days of the Great Depression. And if you're struggling financially and you want to see how to break that bondage, that curse of poverty, you're in the right place at the right time. You just need to pay a little bit of attention to what this roadmap is and realize there's a group of live people ready to help you achieve your success with no hidden agendas. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Now, I'm going to do these hangouts every Thursday between now and September, whether it be in the morning like today or whether it be in the evening. These tools are recorded. So if you like what you see here on this very hangout, just think about it this way. What if you could get this very video in front of 2 people a day, 5 days a week? And if that could equate to a full-time income on part-time efforts in 90 days, what if it's only $2,500 a month? Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing? What I'm talking to you about is very possible. People have already done it. It's your turn to earn. So allow me to share our proven system with you, utilizing the proof from history's trail of clues, shall we? Let's take a look at the board. First off, 97% of the people that go out and get a job, you know, J-O-B, They get that great education. They got $50,000 in student loans and all that debt. Woohoo! Now they qualify for that important person job. They get that job. They work for it for 5 to 10 years. And what happens? They get to the top of their pay chain, don't they? And what happens when you work your way in the corporate world, which this is what a real pyramid is. What I'm talking to you is not a pyramid scheme, but a real job or a real corporate job truly is. And I'm going to prove it to you right now. So you see that top guy's got his education. He's kissed the right rear ends to get where he's at. And now he's in the job, right? And he works like crazy. After 6, 7 years, he's the most efficient at what he does, or she is. They know their position inside and out, and they are the highest paid individual at the top of that pyramid called a job. Now what happens? Here comes the owner's little kid. Got in trouble, went to jail, got out of jail, can't get a job, can't do nothing. But it's the owner's kid. The owner decides that he can let his kid watch that person that went and got the education, put their blood, sweat, and tears into the company and produced a beautiful thing. That kid with no experience watches this person's daily method of operation in business. And that kid with no education and no butt kissing skills or nothing, wham, he gets that guy's job that's at the top for about 10% of what that top person's paid. Now they're back in the job market. What happens? They're told they're overqualified. They can't get a new job. Technology's changed. There's problems. So if you look at the long truth of what's going on, a job keeps you just over broke. The Great Depression didn't come out of the Great Depression because of jobs and employment. It came out of the Great Depression because of entrepreneurship. 97% of the people at the age 65 today that are supposed to be retired and enjoying their life, 97% are not able to. 3% are. The 3% that are able to, according to the Social Security disability, those 3% are surviving on incomes less than $25,000 per year. Now ask yourself this question. Do you really want to go out and get a job, work 40 hours a week for 40 years to hit 65 and have a 97% failure rate when you can secure yourself to an income more than what the people that 3% that do make in less than one work quarter? That's what I'm showing you here is the truth. And all I'm doing is sharing facts with you. So let's take a look at the facts, shall we? I might be a long-haired, bearded guy from Montana with a hat. But what I've learned as a mountain boy is that truth sets you free. If you understand how to share that, it's not a matter of what so-and-so thinks that's got that fancy little Porsche because his mommy and daddy died and he don't know how to work for what he's got. What I'm talking to you about is the truth. I want you to listen to what I'm saying because you have the ability to set your family free for generations to come with the information I'm sharing with you here. Okay, 3% of the U.S. population holds 90% of its wealth. It's kind of curious. What do those 3% do for a living? They don't have a job. They're entrepreneurs. So if you want to tackle a good percentage of income, multiply your income for generations to come and create true wealth, not just a little security, you need to be able to place yourself in a position to where the odds are in your favor to do that. And folks, getting an education, getting a fancy degree, and getting a fancy job is not going to get the job done for you. What's going to do it for you is entrepreneurship. So what are you willing to change? The one thing I've learned as a recovered alcoholic, it's been almost 10 years since I've had a drink, so I'd say I've had a little success at it. The doctors gave me 3 years to live over 10 years ago with the best medication money could buy and the best health treatment that could be. And I'm still here because I made a choice to change a daily habit that was destroying my life, and I replaced it with a set of daily work habits that gave me something to focus on and a goal that I could accomplish that whether it meant anything to the people around me or not was irrelevant. I knew I was making an impact in life to help people become better at what they do, help them get healthy, and the proceeds from the work that we do go to feed, clothe, and educate needy children. So the opinions around me really don't matter. What matters is, are the work habits real? Is the opportunity real? Is the company real? And are you ready to roll up your sleeves and go to work, Or are you still looking for something for nothing? If you're looking for something for nothing, you might as well turn the video off. You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. So let's take a look and ask ourselves that same question I asked myself when my wife and I were homeless and not doing real good, strung out over 10 years ago. What are you willing to change to get different results? Because if you continue to do the same thing you're doing now, you're going to have the same results you've always got. You got to make some kind of changes in life, or you're not going to see a difference. So let's take a look at what that difference is. We're going to talk to you about one company called XFuse, and we're going to show you how to capitalize on 5 or 4 trends in motion at once. Now, let's back up just a little bit. I'm a mountain boy, like I said. If you told me even 5 years ago, Earl, we're going to make a lot of money by capitalizing on a trend, I would have had no idea what you were talking about. But what a trend is something the masses are spending their money on now. And if you know how to get in front of that group of people that are spending the money, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to get a piece of that puzzle. Do you follow what I'm saying? It's pretty simple. You're in the right place at the right time. If you want to look at history, where did this happen before? Let's look at the automobile. When it first hit the industry, it created more wealth because it helped give birth to the steel corporation, right? So boom, all of a sudden there's all these people in demand because they want to go from 10% of the market that are driving automobiles to 80%. And when that market share was tackled, there was more wealth created around the world than any other endeavor in life. So if we look at the financial experts of the planet, don't take my word for it, I'm just a long-haired hippie from Montana. But look at Paul Zane Pilzer, the leading economic forecaster on the planet, the millionaires, gazillionaires, the who's with the big britches. They all listen to this forecaster, have for over 20 years, and he's been right on the money. He says if you're looking at building wealth, the one and only place that's considered to be your best producer is in health and wellness. Now, let's look at some common sense reasons behind that. Why wouldn't it be a technology thing like a computer, a drone, a cell phone? We can see trends there that come and go, but that's just it. They come and go. Every year, people need nutrition. Every year, there's millions of new people born into the population. And now more than ever, the masses are being educated to a real important clue of truth. Remember, the truth sets you free. If you go back to the 1940s, we grew our vegetables out of the dirt, and it was a great thing. If we ate our vegetables, we were strong like Popeye. We could go to the war with the best of them, right? But let's look at 2015. We have these little things called chemical pesticides. Yeah. We got chemical fertilizers. And if you wanted your farm aid from the government, which 80% of the farmland in America needed it at one time or the other over the last 30 years, then you had to follow the guidelines of instructions of what they said you could do to get that money to feed your family and keep that farm in business. That meant whether you wanted to or not, you're using those pesticides and fertilizers. Now, after 40 years of practicing those habits, now we got vegetables that look pretty, and the nutrients are not in the food. So what happens? We got to solve this problem. How do we do it? With supplements, okay? What I'm going to show you is second to market. That's what XFuse is. And what does that mean in English? Well, if you look at the proof from success in the past, you can look at famous billionaire W. Clement Stone, and he had a formula. He said if you could take a product that many people use, improve it, make it better, and then charge less money for it, well, then you're guaranteed success. Isn't that a wonderful thing? So all XFuse did was look at history. When we got started in 2008 or 2007, looking back at the clock to 1997, there was 3 companies within a decade that went from 0 to $1 billion in annual sales. Just 3 out of all the millions that existed. What was it that they did? They all had a single super juice. You may have heard of Tahitian noni juice. You may have heard of the mangosteen juice. You might have even heard of acai. They used an older concentrated form, which was brilliant at the time, but you needed 12, 14 to 18 ounces per day of that one single little super juice in a concentrated form to get optimum results. At 150 bucks a bottle, 8 bottles a month, that's a pretty expensive process to get optimum health. What did X-Fuse do? On trend 1, we're going to call Natural Defense, which is a product line known as 7 Plus. Instead of 1 little super juice, they took 7. And they put 7 into 1. And they paid the best product formulators on the planet that had already produced some of the most powerful nutritional products that the world had ever seen in the history of nutrition. How did they pull them out of retirement? They did something a little different. You know, instead of waving a big bunch of money in front of them, they've already earned millions. They told the men and women how they could make their dreams come true. And what's that dream as a product formulator, right? To create the ultimate, the very best product. But what happens when you want to create the very best product? You find out it takes the very best money. And if you ain't got hundreds of millions of dollars to formulate your products correctly, you can't run as a second to market one of the best. What X-Fuse did is they told these formulators, hey, we don't care what it costs. We've got the track record. We got the money. We don't care what it costs. Just formulate it right and formulate it the best so we can offer our distribution force the very best products on the planet, second to none. We can supply its distribution for our distribution force with actual videos where the doctors and the experts can prove this. So if you're a mountain boy like me, that don't mean much. But to somebody that's real important, they need those kind of fancy pants folks to explain the details. So think about that. You've got all of it in one place right here. Now let's get back to our natural form of defense. 7 superfoods instead of 1. And rather than using the concentrated form, we use whole food extracts. They're 40% more bioavailable to the body. You don't need to consume as much to get the job done. We're talking 3/4 of an ounce. That means 1 bottle lasts you 1 month. Our strongest formula is 7 Plus. I believe it's $80 or a little less after shipping and handling for 1 month's supply. What does that mean? It means less than $3 a day. Can you afford that? What if you're on Social Security disability making less than $1,000 a month? Can you afford that? What if you're on welfare with a couple of kids? Can you afford that? Well, let's take a look at those 2 groups of people that consider to be the poverty of the nation. Well, they can still afford to smoke cigarettes at $7 a pack. They're not healthy for them. They feel good. They deserve those cigarettes, so they buy them. Is the money there to buy them? Absolutely. So you've got a health product, costs less than $3 a day, that has the potential to save you hundreds of dollars a month by transferring your spending to better nutrition for less money. And you got something that's going to help you every month. It's going to help you solve problems, so you're going to need it every month. So think about what I'm saying. It's affordable to the masses. Even the broke people can afford this product if they want it bad enough. That's where we fall back to the question, what are you willing to change? Do you want to enjoy seeing your grandchildren graduate from high school? Do you want to enjoy seeing them enjoying the Easter festivities year after year? Well, if all you pour into your system is booze and beer and pop and junk, probably not going to happen now, is it? But if you prepare your body to last, give it the best of what it needs from a phytonutritional level on a single cellular level, now less than $3 isn't such a bad deal now, is it? Now, folks, this is just one trend, and that's the 7 Plus. And what's the real nuts and bolts behind this very powerful product? 1, the formulators put together a patented chaperone molecule that allows it a shelf life over a year. 2, when you put this many multi-botanicals together in one formula, often they'll offset one another. So if you don't have that patented chaperone molecule that allows them to work together in a synergistic fashion, you're taking a placebo effect product, you're paying for the name, but you're not getting the nutrients. Think about what I'm saying. We don't pasteurize this product with heat. It's a cool pasteurizing process. So really, they do things right here. You couldn't ask for a better spot to be. But to give you an idea of the 7 superfoods, I can't read the writing on these bottles. You had to forgive me, so I'm putting my glasses on here. We're talking about GAC. Now, you can go to pubmed.gov and look up any of these ingredients. They're a separate website from us, but they're legit. GAC, acai, goji, noni, fucoidan, which is a brown seaweed extract, very powerful at helping the body get rid of inflammation. How about mangosteen? Great for the heart. How about sea buckthorn, nature's multivitamin? Lots of really powerful ingredients in one little bottle. And there's a few different formulas of 7 Plus. So you need to realize what's available there. That's just one trend. Now, what's the magic behind it? The magic behind it is you get to eliminate free radicals naturally, and you get to eliminate inflammation naturally. Now, when you can combat those two things in the human body on a natural level at less than $3 a day, isn't that a beautiful thing? It really is. Let's look at the next trend. Weight loss is the next largest trend in health and wellness. And we all understand that if you lose weight unnaturally, it's not a good thing. It usually comes back, and it usually comes back hard. So you want to make sure you got a natural way to do that. We have a meal replacement shake that's neutral. And why would I say it's neutral? I say it's neutral because whether your body needs to lose weight or whether you need to maintain weight or gain weight, you have one product here called Shapeway that's properly formulated that will allow you to do that. Now, I'm not an expert. I'm a mountain boy. Let me read the important parts to you here, okay? No sucralose, no aspartame, no artificial flavoring, no artificial ingredients, no high fructose corn syrup. It's good for you. Okay, so let's look at the whole picture. If you're replacing a meal and you went to the store, depending on what state you live in, and you bought all 4 food groups to make one well-balanced meal, and you haven't prepared this meal yet, you just bought the 4 basic food groups. Depending on where you shop and what state you live in, that's between $12 and $17 for just the 4 basic food groups. So if you get a Shapeway meal replacement shake that gives you 100% of the body's daily required vitamins and minerals, a complete matrix of fibers to help with digestion, good prebiotics and probiotics, you know, the good stuff. How about some proteins like whey protein isolates that staminize muscle tissue? How about protein isolates, whey protein concentrates that staminize that muscle tissue as it forms? Let's not forget the good amino acids that come in egg proteins. And what about the colostrum protein that they find in mother's breast milk that's most commonly known to enhance the immune system and keep the body healthy? Now, that's pretty interesting ingredients, isn't it? What about raspberry ketones and Garcinia cambogia, considered to be the holy grail of weight loss? All the doctors on TV and the who's important never shuts up about these ingredients, Garcinia cambogia and raspberry ketones. So think about all these natural ingredients, all those vitamins and minerals, complete matrix of fibers, great proteins, and a low glycemic food, meaning diabetics can use it too, that burns fat into energy naturally. Isn't that a beautiful thing? We're talking about all of this, which makes one complete balanced meal, whether you need to lose weight or not, at less than $3 per day. Now, if I do the math on that, and I look at a meal at $17 for the 4 basic food groups, and I subtract $3 from that, that means I still got $14 in my pocket. So let's subtract another $4, make it $7 a day. I still saved $10 a day if it cost me $7. $10 a day times 30 days, simply replacing junk that I put in my body to put something good in my body, that saves me a lot of money. $10 a day times 30 days. Who doesn't need an extra $300 today? Okay, that's what you get a month, simply transferring your spending to Shapeway Nutritional Shake. So why wouldn't you want to do that? Let's look at another trend. Okay, what we've talked about so far are 2 products that would be used whether there's a business attached to them or not. 2 products that solve the problem for the human body. 2 products that save the consumer over $100 a month, simply redirecting their spending. Recognize what they call in network marketing attrition is dead because of that. Now, attrition is when you sign up 10 people in your business this month, and next month, all 10 of them don't need a water filter. They don't need that new piece of technology they just paid a whole bunch of money for next month. There's no volume to be created, meaning no money to be paid out. So you want to stay in the nutritional realm, so you're helping them solve a problem. You're giving them a product they buy even with no business attached. It allows you the ability to create volume daily that will multiply monthly and yearly, that will give you an income that will go down generations to come, because you can will this to other people. Think about what I'm saying. Now let's look at the next trend, energy drinks. I don't need to harp on this. We can turn on the news and see that people are having strokes because they're drinking too much energy drinks that got all the bad stuff in it. We've got our children, over 1 million of them a year, in hospital emergency rooms because they're drinking energy drinks to get that energy, and there's ingredients that aren't so good for the body in them drinks. So we recognize the fact that this is supposed to be a $50 billion a year market by the end of this decade. What if we followed W. Clement Stone's formula and we had a simple energy drink that's not just an energy drink, it's also a hydration booster? 2 birds, 1 stone. And how about this? If you look at the most popular energy drink with the not so good ingredients in the store, regular priced $3 to $5 a piece, what if you can give them a better energy drink just by taking 20 ounces of water and squirting 3 little squirts into that water and having a well-balanced energy drink? Well, it really exists. It's called Greenzilla. And for the fancy pants folks, we are approved by this banned substance control group. We have professional athletes and Olympic athletes that use these products. We do not pay them to endorse us, and they are happy to endorse. How about the fastest old man in the world, Justin Gatlin, just set a few world records at over 40 using Greenzilla. Think about that, folks. I mean, over 20, I think. I don't know how old he is. Anyhow, take a look at what could happen when you have the ability to put the right things in your body. Now, why would an old fart like me over 40 want to drink an energy drink? Okay, think about this. It's a hydration booster. What's a hydration booster? Remember the little babies we used to have? I mean, my little baby's a big, huge boy now. He's graduating college this summer. I'm so proud of him. But think about that. That little baby needs hydration. What do we give him? Pedialyte, right? Now, a lot of senior citizens drink Gatorade and Powerade. And why is that? Because when you don't have the proper hydration, you go to bed at night, you're trying to sleep all comfortable. Oh, here is that cramp. You're running around, jumping, trying to get rid of them cramps because your body's not hydrated properly. When you could solve that simple problem for 29 cents a day, isn't a logical solution. You need hydration. It's one of the most important things in a human body, being the body is over 80% water in the first place. Think about what I'm saying. Does your health matter to you? These are great solutions. An energy drink for 29 cents. Come on. You're looking at the real thing here. Now, let's talk about another trend in motion. Trend number 4 is coffee. If you don't believe there's money in coffee, think again. I kept this cup. I think I pulled out of a garbage can. McCafe, McDonald's, right? Largest, most successful franchise on the entire planet. And last year, where did they redirect their money to? McCafe. Why? Because just like the cigarette smokers, even the broke people are paying cash for 2 and 3, 4 and 5 lattes a day. Fancy coffees. So if you could follow W. Clement Stone's formula and create a coffee that's healthy using an extract out of the green coffee bean, using green tea extract of caffeine instead of the bad caffeine for you, add a couple mushrooms in there I can't pronounce. It's good for the body. The doctors are all yakking about. And you got a delicious, one-of-a-kind coffee that's built to make you fancy coffee. And you get to pay for it at less than $3 a serving, where the others are paying $5. That's what they say Starbucks should be, is $5. Because that's where all the drinks cost. They're $5 or more. So think about this. You've got a healthy solution to a coffee that allows you to lose weight naturally. Who doesn't drink coffee? If I could show you how to get paid to drink your coffee, would you enjoy drinking it if I could prove it's healthy to you? Now, if you could refer your coffee to 4 people and they drink your coffee, you referred it to 4 people, guess what? Whether you're a business builder or not, XFuse is going to thank you, and they're going to send you a free supply of coffee every month for the life of those 4 accounts. So if they last 20 years, you just got your coffee free for life. What you do? Referred it to 4 other people so they could get healthy too. Now, there's some fancy pants labels on here I'm not too educated on, but the folks that need this kind of stuff, you know, your GMO, USDA, all that good stuff, the labels are on there. This company has dotted their I's and crossed their T's to produce really the very best. Now, there's videos of the doctors explaining the difference between oxidization and having coffee that's not full of oxidization, and it's big as far as health things go. So you really want to graduate to Summa Cafe and have yourself some delicious coffee that's actually healthy for you. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 major trends in motion that both have, all of them have the ability to be a product that a consumer would use even with no business attached. You see 4 different trends that allow your consumer with no interest in a business the ability to save over $100 a month. And next month, they're going to need to solve those same problems too. This eliminates attrition and sets you up to succeed. Isn't that beautiful? We got a 7-year debt-free global track record. What's next? How about a proven roadmap of actions to profits? How many times do you see the companies promising you the moon and delivering a rock that they found in the driveway? Okay, think about what I'm saying. But if you run with the truth, you can share the truth with people. It'll make sense with them. There really is no such thing as something for nothing. So allow me to show you a proper way to invest your time, effort, and money to capitalize on success in motion in a major way that will not let you down if you're willing to roll up your sleeves and go to work. How are we going to do this? Well, we got a new app called GoXFuse that we can use on the cell phone. I believe we got one lady that's came into the company and established over 100 customers off of this simple little app in just 1 week's time. And when 100 customers has the ability to pay you $1,000 a month in residual income, that's pretty cool when you have a little cell phone you're holding in your hand and you can create an income that'll take care of your little babies for you long after you're gone. That's why I do this for a living. The company thinks of everything. We have a program called Viva Kids, and 1% off the top goes to feed, clothe, educate, shelter needy children that don't have those kind of results in the Dominican Republic. And we started another thing with the kids over in Mexico as well. So we're kind of on a mission with the purpose to make a difference at the same time. So let's talk to you about how to make the money, shall we? Show me the money, baby. I ain't interested unless you can show me the money. Those are my favorite words to say as a professional entrepreneur. Let's look at that. The money. We need to be able to connect with 25 people daily to be able to expose the opportunity properly in a video like this one. And at this point in time, I've shown you each and every one of the products. So hopefully you're pulling these products out right now while you're watching this video. Let your prospects sample the product. Now, why do you want to do that? Well, it puts the odds 80% in your favor that even if they don't have an interest in building the business, they know the product tastes good. They like the information they've seen about the product, and they want to try it out. So you let them try a free sample while they're watching the truth be told to them. They can go home with the product and watch more videos with the doctors and experts and everything so they can make a secure decision. If they're an entrepreneur watching this video, that decision's made as soon as the video is over, and you can make a 3-way phone call with me, your prosperity coach, and we'll help put a 90-day game plan together around that person's individual weekly schedule. So when they spend their hard-earned money to get started, they aren't like 99% of the people in the field of network marketing on day number 2 going, gosh, I spent my money. I'm part of a shiny new business. What do I do? How am I going to make the money? You don't want to be in that position. We're going to solve that problem right now. So, looks like that hair tie just fell out of my hair. Anyhow, let's take a look here. 25 connections, whether we're doing this online, with a live online chat, whether we're doing this over the phone, or whether we're doing this belly to belly, face to face. Okay? We're going to do 25 connections a day to secure 5 appointments when they've got a little less than an hour in front of their computer with no interruptions. It's crucial. So now you got 5 proper exposures with samples on hand to do this. Does that make sense? So that's going to be 25 a week. What does that mean our time commitment to our entrepreneurial business is? It means we're going to dedicate 25 hours a week of making these connections each day to do these 5 proper exposures each day, 5 days a week. So 25 hours a week is less than 40 hours a week, meaning part-time efforts. That's going to total 125 proper exposures a month. That's 375 proper exposures in a 90-day work period, which is 1 work quarter. Now, professional author Eric Worre, network marketing pro, has a book called Go Pro. And if you've never worked in this industry before, you need this book. It's going to help you make money fast. It's going to give you the fundamentals of the game very quickly. Now, according to multi-million-dollar earner Eric Worre, a multi-million person trainer, he says you need a 90-day roadmap, a good blitz of actions daily to secure the foundation of your business. That is the absolute truth. 20 years in this business, working with some of the best, that's what I found to be true, and I really have. Here's a picture of myself with one of the most sought-after trainers, John Maxwell. He's one of the most powerful leadership development men you'll ever meet in Christian ministry and Fortune 500 companies. The Fortune 500 companies pay their most elite executive, pay John Maxwell here to train their most elite executives how to lead their workforces. So why wouldn't you want to learn from a guy like John Maxwell? I took it personal. I learned from the best so I could teach you the best. I don't care what the guy down the street thinks that doesn't understand entrepreneurship, that's trapped in a job. I care about what's going to feed my family for generations to come and how I can help you feed yours for generations to come. Make sense? Here's my buddy, Eddie Freeman. He came to the company. He's been here now a little over 7 years. He's developed over $1 million from scratch annual income and helped a few others to earn over $1 million with this company as well. To be able to meet Eddie, work with him in person, and see this take place firsthand, that's more important than an education at Harvard University, who, by the way, teaches network marketing because it's the most lucrative way to produce money on the planet, more than politics, more than the oil business, even more than illegal drugs. Think about what I'm talking about here. You have the chance to capitalize on some powerful things. In this picture is Paul Morris, vice president of the company. Over 45 years experience at taking people from zero to $1 million incomes. He holds a record in network marketing for forming teams up to 100,000 earners, not just members, 100,000 earners in 90 days time. That's unprecedented. When I have the chance to learn from leaders like this, and you have the chance to work with these leaders and myself on a weekly basis to create success for your family, why would you want to pass that up? It's really amazing. So this game plan's true. 375 proper exposures in 1 work quarter. What did we do to make that happen? Did we spend some money, push a button and get rich? No. We made a lot of connections. We made 1,500 connections to get them 375 appointments over that 90-day period of time. We completely failed 1,025 times because we fail our way to the top in this situation. We don't get it handed to us. We don't get it by butt kissing, and we don't inherit it. We work for it the old-fashioned way, and that's how we make it happen. We fail 1,025 times. Now what happens? 200 times they say, no, I don't want to build a business. I'm not an entrepreneur, but I see some use in those products, and I want to save some money. And if they use our transformation pack, it's a combination of the 7 Plus, the coffee, and the shake, and the total cost per day is about $6. Remember our example, saving over $10 a day to have over $300 in our pocket? Well, that example was $7. The Shapewear, when we look at our transformation retail pack, we're talking about $6 a day to have everything you need. That still saves you $11 a day. So now that's over $300 a month you're going to save by putting the right ingredients in your body to make it do what it's supposed to do. 200 people want those ingredients, but they don't want to build a business. 200 people want to save over $300 a month. What does that mean to you? That means the company is going to pay you over $1,000 in commission for the life of those 200 accounts. So if they last 20 years, in one work quarter, 90 days, working 25 hours a week on a daily basis, 5 days a week, you failed your way to the top and built yourself $1,000 a month residual income with a proven 7-year debt-free company and decent products. All you really did was change your spending habits and put some right nutrition in your body on a daily basis and share it with others. Now, with any of these products, you find 4 people that use what you're using, and yours is free, whether you're a consumer or a builder. So you really have some advantages here. Now, what happens about the people that want to build the business and go, man, this makes sense? Great. Like I said, we're going to do 375 proper exposures. You need to have those samples on hand to put the odds 80% to your favor to be able to create volume by bringing them on as a consumer or a business builder. Either way, that's how you do it. So 20 of them out of that 1,025 said, wow, I want to make some money. I recognize the fact that I'm going to do 375 proper exposures in a 90-day work quarter. So I want to do that, prepare myself properly. XFuse has a VIP pack, costs $1,299. That's an average of less than $5 a sample. As a professional business builder, you're showing this very video that you're watching now. Let them sample the product. Make a 3-way call with me personally, or we'll get Eddie on the phone or Paul Morris on the phone, and we will help you build the team that you deserve. The question is, are you ready to roll up your sleeves? How much money's in it for you? Well, if 20 of them decide to get that VIP pack and set themselves up to succeed, knowing they're going to work for their money, not cry for their money, guess what? They're going to get $10,000 earned. That's $10,000 in Fast Start commissions, plus the $1,000 residual earnings. By working your butt off for one work quarter, look what you have the potential to accomplish. Now, what I shared with you has left several commissions left out. Again, I've left several commissions out of this game plan, and I still made it look pretty. The question is, are you ready to do something different than what you've always done? Are you willing to change something in your life and put a decent set of habits into play, ingest the right nutrients so your body's in optimum shape, and help a few others to do the same thing? Because when you find just 5 people that are willing to take this serious over the next 90 days, and 5 people complete this plan, you're looking at over $1 million earned in a 2 to 3 year period of time. So, again, I hope you enjoyed the information that we shared with you on April 2nd, Thursday. I put on these Hangouts every Thursday. I don't always know what my time schedule is going to be, but you can use them as tools. You can find them on my YouTube channel, but it really is an honor to share truth and facts with you today. I highly suggest you sample the products. Get back to the person that invited you to this video and get started right away. The one thing I've learned from working with all these $1 million earners is none of them procrastinate when it comes time to solve a problem. They take action now. It's time to solve the problem now. Now, if you spend $1,299 and you order that VIP pack and 75 days into it, you feel that I've misled you or my video wasn't telling the truth. Are you out the money? No. Please call me. We will get together. We will send everything back to the company and you will get a full refund. Now, that's what you call a risk-free investment. So think about what I'm saying. We've shown you good products. We've shown you a good company. We've shown you a good work plan. All you got to do is invest a little time, effort, and money into yourself. Stay consistent on a weekly basis, and you can accomplish what most people only dream of in a short couple of years. Most people never see in an entire lifetime. Folks, I enjoy helping people to success. I enjoy sharing the truth, and I just showed you where the truth will set you free. God bless you. I look forward to meeting you in person, online, over the phone, or at one of our events. We do have a big boot camp coming up here in Florida in May, and if I was you, I'd do everything I could to get down there to West Palm Beach, Florida, shake some hands with the owners, get to meet the people in action, and see how you can learn to create success on a massive scale with no tricks up your sleeves and nothing to lose. God bless you. Please keep our nation's leaders in your prayers. Come join us. You deserve success.